guys, welcome to CreatorSim. It's your hostess with the mostest, @aspenblue. Thank you guys so much for being here. Welcome if you are a new visitor. I'm so glad you stumbled across my channel. So today's build for you, I'm not really sure what we could categorize this under, like architecture style. I'm kind of just calling it a jungle fortress, even though we aren't in the jungle adventure vacation world. We are in Sulani, but I don't know. I think tropical is still jungle enough, right? Anyways, okay, so this build, nothing too interesting is happening in the beginning. You're going to see me struggling a lot with the floor plan, and here's a good tip. Do not start adding freezes. I think that's how you say it. The things that go along the exterior of these things, yeah, the build until you lay out the floor plan, because it's going to be really, really hard to figure out. But I like to make myself struggle, I guess. So this is also my 4th attempt of doing this voiceover, so I'm done, guys. This is no more editing, no more stuff. We're just gonna persevere through. So I'm so sorry for my ramblings. Anyways, so yeah, I can't remember what I've said already because I've done this 4 times now. But this is I don't know, it was really inspired by like the Moroccan, I wouldn't really call them indoor, but kind of Moroccan pool areas. Now, I don't think that the exterior of this build reflects on Moroccan architecture at all. I'm not familiar with it, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It looks too castle-y. I'm just calling it a fortress. So yeah, but the pool area was really what I wanted to do, and then everything else kind of was inspired around it. So yeah, nothing really too interesting happening here. I'm kind of just trying to plan out where and what, you know, I want to happen, and I did want a lot of landscaping in the middle of the pool though, and I wanted to make it kind of look natural and blended in. So that's what I'm working on here. And again, the handy tool mod, if you guys have not already downloaded it, it is by the awesome Twisted Mexi. He's got a lot of awesome other creations as well for you that are just really handy if you're a builder. And of course, if you are new to downloading lots from the gallery or my lots, or just it's just a good rule of thumb, always have your cheats on. And by that I mean your move objects, your show hidden objects, show live edit objects, just so you don't lose out on anything in the build or nothing moves around on you. So yeah, I used a lot of the tool mod, a lot of debug options in this build. So let's jump in. Okay, so now we are kind of figuring out the house, and I have the shell of it, you know, laid out decently well. So now I'm kind of figuring out where I want things, and I figure let's go ahead and start with the pool area, seeing as how that's what inspired me mainly to do this lot. Don't worry guys, I don't stick with that tile throughout the whole downstairs. It's a little loud, but I don't know. I wanted it to, I wouldn't say look traditional, to my understanding, these old builds like this were very detailed and intricate, like these essentially. They had a bunch of people here for a long time building these castles, and that's what, I don't know if you guys ever saw the Merlin movies from like, gosh, I don't even know, maybe mid to late 90s, early 2000s, I really don't know. But it's got the guy, I can't remember his name, from the original Jurassic Park movies. That's that Merlin is like one of my all-time favorite stories. Anyway, so King Arthur, or whomever king, is building a castle, and it takes years to happen, and people are getting hurt, you know, while it's happening. So these massive builds, they're beautiful in the sense that they are awe-inspiring and just, you know, monstrosities of creation, but the history is not always the prettiest. Okay, let's just get that out there. So, but I kind of had in mind, like, maybe these people had servants, which I hate to say, but I did kind of, well, a place this big needs people. I don't know. Am I crazy? Anyways, that was my idea. I didn't want it to be a castle, but I did think that these people were not able to keep up the size of this place on their own. I do wish that I had added more rooms. Like, I think maybe like a butler's quarters or like a maid's quarters would be really nice. I did kind of go ahead and add in like a utility laundry room area, and I do think that the kitchen has a lot that could go into it. I don't know. Like I said, this is a reimagined old idea that I had. I know I'm rambling now already. It's too early for me to be rambling. So I was trying to adopt a lot of the ideas that I originally had when I first built this lot a long time ago. And I was trying to remember exactly what I did and what I wanted to do better this time around. So yeah, but these open windows outside and inside are in the columns too. That's not a new idea. That's something that I did have in the original, although I do think that I executed it better this time around. Fun fact though, adding archways over fences make your Sims walk through them. So that's the only complaint really I have about what I did there. I think it looks really, really great because I've got the, oh gosh, I don't know what they're called. Those gold things between the columns up on top of the ceiling. I don't know what those are called. Here, they are there. I did use the Realm of Magic ones. I thought they looked best with the columns, which are from Get Famous. So yeah, not much happening here. Again, I'm trying to figure out the floor plan. So if we're looking at the build from the very front, the left of the fortress I kind of thought would be like the kitchen, the food prep, and like the living area, and then I thought perhaps the right side would be private quarters of some kind, be it like the Lord or whoever rules this little plot of land here. So at first I did go ahead and struggle with the types of windows to use, but I'm so glad I came across these ones, especially that they come in 2 different sizes, and I think that was awesome because then I was kind of able to do, well, that, as you can see. Now they did come with matching archways, which I did go ahead and use at the front of the build when you first walk in, but I did not want to swap them out with the more, gosh, what's the term for them? The other archways I used more on the living quarter side because I thought they looked fancier, and I wanted to kind of have a separation, I suppose, if that makes any sense. So the whole build itself does have a lot of detail in it, but I thought maybe this person has more detail on their part of the house. Yeah. So I do add a lot of columns in this house. So if your Sim has the wealth aspiration, this place is actually perfect for them. It's definitely the price of a mansion, and it should have about 50 columns at production. Here I am adding like a little terrace area. And again, I really wish that this build had more characteristics on it exterior-wise, but this lot was very, very tiny, and I still wanted to involve some landscaping. That was one of the mistakes I made when I first did this lot. There just wasn't any... Well, I pretty much built the house up to the lot line, so I really couldn't do landscaping, so that was something that I definitely wanted to keep in mind this time around. And I am very pleased with the way the landscaping came out with this. Again, I might try and do this lot on the lot in Windenburg and just add like tropical decor around it, and you'll never know it's not an island paradise, right? Okay, so here I am starting to kind of work on like what I think to be like the living quarters. This is kind of gonna be like a living area. I'm gonna throw a grand piano down there, and again, there is no, well, not again, but guys, there's no electronics really in this house. Now I did go ahead and add a washroom, so there is a washer and dryer, but I did not add any TV, no radio. Darn it, I should have added the record player. That would have been a good idea. But there's a grand piano. There's lots of activities for your Sims to do, so this is actually perfect for like the Renaissance Sim. Lots of books, they can paint, and lots of stuff. I can't remember half of them now, but there's a lot to do, I promise. So here I am, and I'm really, really, really happy with the way the kitchen came out. I don't know, at first I was a little displeased that I didn't save room to add windows behind the cabinets where the fridge is, but I think it ends up turning out really, really well. Now at the end, I do go ahead and add some pet stuff, so you do have some stuff for at least a cat or small dog. Ooh, I did not add a litter box. Oh well, your animal can go outside, right? And I love these new hanging herbs we got with the Journey to Bit 2. They had a lot of great stuff. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to use most of the items, well, hardly any of them in this build because it's not very industrial or too grungy, but I did go ahead and add one of the lights at the very, very top, and in the towers I added and scaled up some of the Journey to Bit 2 lights, and then those herbs. Aside from that, I think that's it. So if you guys don't have the Journey to Bit 2 pack yet, I am sorry, but I promise you can still download this from the lot without it messing up the build, essentially. Like, you won't be missing anything out. You'll have to swap out hanging lights though in the towers, but I think that's feasible, right? Okay, so here's like the living area. I thought, I don't know, I kind of just imagine people lounging around in like togas and eating grapes, and I'm so upset we don't have togas or like traditional looking like cloth wardrobes. Like, sure, we have the gladiator costume, but there really isn't anything for your Sims. I wanted them to look like gods and goddesses, essentially, just, you know, lazing around, enjoying paradise here in this gorgeous home. So yeah, like I said, the pool was inspired by like the Moroccan pools, but really though, I think the exterior and I think the open windows too really gave me like a Rome vibe. I don't know. Yeah, I'm happy with it though. And here I am going ahead and just adding some plants, lots and lots of plants in this build. And this is going to be like the other little living area we're working on for the master quarters. And see, I'm bouncing around so much and I haven't even started like doing insane cluttering. Right now I'm kind of just placing stuff to get an idea of how I want the house to look, if that makes sense. So I kind of build and furnish at the same time, which I understand a lot of people do, but I know that it can be a little unorganized in a speed build, or look unorganized in a speed build. I really, really wish that I was the person who could do and only focus on the exterior at a time and then move on to the interior. I'm not there yet. I'm not that person yet, unfortunately, but soon, hopefully, I'll be able to do that for you guys, because I know when I first started out, I was doing part 1s and part 2s for my videos because they were so long. Now, as I think I said in the beginning of this video, again, I've done this voiceover for about 4 times now. Everyone, my mother keeps texting me and I keep getting distracted. So, so yeah, I sped this up much longer than my usual builds are sped up. So I don't let you guys see the insane, like I wouldn't call last minute, but after I have an idea where I want everything, I go in and just massively clutter it up. So the captures aren't going to reflect everything that you're seeing in the build now, but I will, like I said, I believe I said, again, 4th time doing this voiceover, I'm going to go ahead and link the times down for you in the comments. So just go ahead and jump to that if you just want to see like the finished product. I know I've been hyping this build up a lot on Twitter. I was pretty happy with it, and it took so much time. I really wish that I paid attention to how many actual hours went into this. It was a lot though, it was a lot. And I really wanted to put more into it, but as I mentioned on my Twitter too, I keep getting myself into these massive projects, which I absolutely love, but they take so much time and effort, and sometimes I just have like the YouTuber thought process in mind, like I gotta get a build out. So yeah, this has kind of been preoccupying my time, and I'm finally getting around to editing it too. I did go ahead and finish another build while I was procrastinating on editing this one, and it's an apartment build. I think it's super cute. I'm really excited to show that for you guys. Okay, so I'm really happy with the way this like master bedroom suite came out. I thought the columns around the bed and the curtains just made it look really traditional in the sense of like a royal's bed. And I didn't want it to go up against the wall. I don't know why. I liked it in the middle of the room. And the master suite is really confusing. So essentially there's really only 3 bedrooms in this build. Now there's room for way more. So guys, go in there, get it unfurnished. I do have the shell up like I said. But I think though you would really benefit from getting the furnished lot, which is available on the gallery already if you guys haven't downloaded it. I know some of you guys from Twitter have already downloaded it, so I'm so pleased about that. I hope you guys are having fun with it. I can't wait to play with this lot, honestly. I haven't really gotten a chance to play. I did some play testing. But yeah, I'm really excited. Let me know. But yeah, so room for way more builds. So I've got kind of a feminine, kind of like maybe like queen or princessy bedroom, which is like the main suite, which connects to this living area here. And then I do have a more masculine room, I guess. I used a lot more like dulled down colors. And less like flowers and pretty decoration in that room. And then I added a children's room too. You could have so many babies in this room, or this build. Oh, and this was fun, guys. This was my first time, and I know, what the heck, where have I been? Why am I just now attempting this? But this was the first time I attempted to do like the open door thing now that we have this amazing new update. So I did that. Yep. And I think it looks really great. I did it a couple times actually. And she goes ahead and this person, I say she, this feminine styled inspired room, she's got her own closet here. So you've got 3 wardrobes in there, technically 4. And this thing is weird. It is functional in the sense that your sim can light it. Now I'm not sure if it looks that great though. I mess with it a lot. At first I have the fire pit coffee table, but I do go end up just sticking in 4 shrunk down fireplaces. So you guys are going to see that, like I said, the end results don't necessarily reflect the speed build. So if you guys are listening to this and you just like, oh, I just want to see what you did, jump to the screen captures. I don't mind, guys. Go for it. Oh gosh, yeah, you should have 50 columns in this build. There's columns everywhere. So I don't know why I thought maybe this person like really loved an old deceased ancestor or something and had kind of like a little shrine in their room, because that's not weird, but I don't know. At this point I'm kind of just like looking for areas to fill, and I was kind of getting well, it was frustrating trying not to do any modern looking furnishing or things like that, especially when I came to the kids room. Honestly, I think that was the hardest, to try and do the kids room, because so much of the kids furniture is very loud, and I wanted to do like dull down color scheme, because in my head this was, you know, in a time when, you know, your kids didn't have bright pink furniture. But the children's room, I do believe, is it's a girl's room, really. It's very cutesy. But yeah, just hop in there, go ahead and change the color schemes, and then you'll have a boys room. Okay, so here is the like washroom, workroom that I thought maybe like the servants would spend part of their day doing some laundry and things like that. I do go ahead and add a fireplace. I was really bummed out that I couldn't even place the clothes drying rack, and I understand it's an outdoor object, but it wouldn't even let me place it inside of the build. Technically I could in like the hallway because there's no roof, so I didn't consider it like indoors, but I wanted to shrink it down and like put it in the window. I mean, I knew it wouldn't be usable. I don't know, I wanted to do it but it wouldn't let me, so this is what we landed on. And again, there's not a lot of electronics in this build at all, but I did add a washer and dryer because, well, this lot is so huge, you know, the Sims aren't going to go outside to do their laundry. Okay, so this is the children's bathroom, which I actually did first. It's not very cutesy or girly at all. I just kind of left it a little plain Jane. At the time, I wasn't really sure the theme I wanted for the girls' room. And here I am doing the master suite bathroom and jumping around some more. We're adding some candles here to the shrine. So do you have to light those candles on their own? I understand that they're a decor option and not actually in like the light option. And I've seen, like, I'm pretty sure they light up, but they weren't lit for my Sims. And then, do you guys have issues like messing with your light intensity, things like that? I can't seem to dull down or change like the color lights or anything. Like after I click the option, it just kind of like goes away. Anyways, is anyone else experiencing that? Super annoying. Okay, anyway, so here's our kind of girly kids room. So you can have 4 children in this room, 2 kids or young adult, teenager. That would suck, but I mean, these are different times, right? Well, I suppose if it is different times, they're married off as teenagers. Gotta love history, right? Joking. And I really wanted to add curtains in this room because I wanted it to look a little softer, but none of the curtains really lined up super well, and I didn't want to completely obscure the vision of the surroundings, so I didn't go with any like thick drapery or anything, which honestly probably would have looked better with the windows. But we just use these shears. I can't remember which pack they're from, but I don't know, I think it turns out okay. Oh, and like I said, yeah, you can have 4 kids. There's 2 normal beds, 1 toddler bed, and a bassinet, so you can have an infant. Here is like the main bathroom area in the house. Again, these decorative candles, which I could not get to light up. I didn't do too much decorating in this bathroom. I left it kind of plain. Okay, so here I am. I wasn't really sure what to do with this little courtyard area. I wanted it to be a courtyard, but I also understood there wasn't really a lot of room. So I stuck a monstera in the center of it, and then I went ahead and took some terrain paint just to make it look like there is a difference. And then I go ahead and take these stones, size them down a little bit. I do have to hop in with the T.O.O.L mod though, because I wanted to float at the foundation, of course. Which again, guys, is why I think you should get the furnished version of this if you do download it from my gallery. I cannot recall for the life of me if I lowered all the plants. So essentially I placed all the plants around the foundation. They were just floating, and I had in mind, okay, I'll just go around, you know, when I feel like it with the sim and use the T.O.O.L mod and drop them all. And I cannot for the life of me recall if I did that before or after I uploaded the shell. So yeah, this is one of my favorite rooms in the house, and again, the speed build does not do it a whole lot of justice. I do so much cluttering in this room, so I highly recommend you guys take a look at the captures. I have shared some pictures of this room on Twitter. But yeah, you guys have heard me ramble on, and I was so lost and just distracted today, so I am so sorry. If you made it all the way through, I love you. You guys are awesome. And I've always loved The Sims, but having you guys as subscribers and being excited for my builds and, you know, the support I get from you guys online, it really keeps me going. So thank you so much. And again, thank you if you're new, welcome. Thank you for sticking around. But we'll go ahead and get to these captures here. Again, this is your hostess with the mostest, @blue. You've been watching CreatorSim. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe. Bye.